May we humbly bow down towards all graces of all Buddhas, from the first great Buddha and all the Buddha in every Buddha land, every Buddha era, the Maha Buddhas from every Buddha land, all the great perfections, Bodhisattvas, Maha Bodhisattvas, Pacceka Buddhas, Maha Pacceka Buddhas, all the fully enlightened ones, the Arahants, the Maha Arahants, the grace of Luang Por Posi Surya Khemarato, all the Buddha seeds, all the embodiments of the Mahaparami, the grace of fathers and mothers of our lifetimes, please hold the space for all of us. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within the body and the mind, sounds, smells, taste, touches and shapes, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind. May we declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations towards the path to the enlightenment, towards all the belief values given to any path, given to any ideas about liberations from sufferings, and all the attitudes towards living the life and lifestyles. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations for any practices, worldly and spiritually. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all verbals, whether it is positive or negative or neutral. They have impact and create crashes among one another. All the rebuking, blaming, putting down anyone verbally, creating resentment, hurting and harming. May we humbly declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations within sensual pleasures, enjoyment, whether it is blissful state, single-minded state, equanimous state, or any state of feelings, positive or negative, all types of emotions. May we declare removal and cancellation of all maintaining and sustaining delusively for any states of mind or any states of spiritual attainment, mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, meditative power, meditative absorption, special insight, supernatural power, all types of mind powers that try to grasp themselves. May we declare removal and cancellation of all vengeance, revenges, all the harbor thoughts to get back to someone. May we declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations towards anything whatsoever. From now on, may we humbly ask for forgiveness and to release all cases of karma, to unlock all of them, for they are no longer benefits anyone. All the rejection towards the words of the graces in the past, or blocking anyone to not be near the Mahaparami, the great perfections, leading the followers and distort all the words of the great perfections by one's own opinions and meanings, leading the followers to misunderstand the words of the graces. All the terminologies that come from one's own opinions and meanings, or have been taken from the graces, from the Buddhas, and distorted them. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for all the karma of chasing the great blessed fortune ones to be far away from homeland, from their places, facing difficulties. Any karma of putting anyone in small places, in limited places, like in prison, in jails, or chaining them, hurting and harming them, killing them in whatever ways. May all cases of karma, of arguing in front and behind the back of Mahaparami, until they have to also argue among themselves, creating wars, creating arguments and quarrels among themselves. Without forgiveness towards one another, these kind of arguments and quarrels and wars still remain unrest. May we humbly ask for forgiveness for such karma among all sentient beings and the sentient beings towards all graces. May it be released from now on and forever. Ahosi, Ahosi, Ahosi. Let's open widely without focusing on anything particularly. Opening beyond opening. Use the reminders. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. And then scatter the infinite power limitlessly. Everything is from not involved with the non-involvement itself. Scatter it far and wide in all directions. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Widen out limitlessly in all directions. Without destination, without being clear or not clear with anything. Open widely, opening beyond opening, awakening beyond awakening. This will clear all the attempt to dwell, maintain and sustain any state of mind. So whenever the attempts to maintain any state of mind or any feelings and emotions, use the reminders immediately. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. And scatter it far and wide. Then the attempt to dwell and sustain any feelings will also be dispersed and dissolved. No one is there to try to maintain or sustain any state of mind or any state of spiritual attainment. So continue with the opening, beyond the opening, limitlessly. and recognize that anytime you try to hold on to any feelings, to any emotions, anyone's emotions can join in. This is the vessel that is universal. We're talking about the radar before. It's the same thing. It is universal radar. This mind doesn't belong to anyone. No one owns it. Therefore, any minds can join in. Any emotions and feelings can join in at any moment. So open up widely. Opening beyond opening. Everything is from that which is not about attachment or non-attachment, involvement or non-involvement, cutting or not cutting. Widely open, beyond the beyond. Shine through all and everything instantly, further out, further and further, without destination, without focusing. This is the universal vessel. Whenever time that you are holding on to any feelings or any emotions, that's when the time that any other minds, any other feelings and emotions from any beings will join in. And they have frequencies. And those frequencies can be heavy. So whenever time that you feel like that, you must use the reminders immediately. Everything is from not involved, even within the non-involvement itself, and scatter this infinite power far and wide in all directions. Otherwise, this universal vessel will just be trapped with feelings and emotions and thoughts that come from elsewhere, from other beings. This body-mind doesn't belong to anyone. There's no ownership at all. Therefore, the whole samsara is overlapping all the time through the minds of each other. And they impact, they influence each other like this. So whenever the mind is active, be noticed, be informed that many thoughts come from elsewhere. Many feelings come from elsewhere. Because this vessel doesn't belong to anyone particularly. As we have mentioned about the radar before, this is like a radar, constantly receiving informations. It's the same thing. We just use different term. Universal vessel. So if you use the mind, any other minds can join in at any time. So beware. Always open widely. Because whenever you are also preoccupied within your own thoughts, feelings and emotions, that's when realms of existence already created. Whenever you maintaining and sustaining any emotions and feelings, other minds of other beings join in and it can be more preoccupied. It can take longer time, so immediately use the reminders. Immediately open up, widely open. Otherwise, you will be added on, because this is the universal vessel. It doesn't belong to anyone particularly. Your feelings, your emotions join in by others' minds. It can be from any demons, it can be from any angels. So be informed. Widen out without limits. Use the reminders as often as you can, so that you will not be the victims of anyone's minds, especially whenever you have negative minds. It will fall worse and worse. That can be the mind of the demons, the mind of hell beings, on the day that they come out from hell. You will never know. Only those who always open will realize it, because they know that is not from this vessel. Exactly. So beware. That's why we need to open widely all the time, through the infinite force, the force of the great compassion only, not with other things, other thoughts, other feelings or emotions. Not that state of mind that is not helpful for anyone. Always clashing, always hitting the wall. Not helpful. But the great compassion of that which is not about anything, meaningless in itself, will purify all the minds that try to hold on to itself with meanings, with opinions, with thoughts, with feelings and emotions. All the minds will be impacted and influenced by this brightness that doesn't hold on to the brightness. So stand firmly to shine through all and everything. Right now, open the palms, brighten out in all directions, beyond the brightness itself. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Everything is from know that is not even know itself. Know to know itself. Neither is it about yes or no. This is it or it isn't it. Everything is from not involved, even within the non-involvement itself. Scatter this infinite force in all directions. Below, above, right, left, in front, behind. All directions without limits. Step back from the attempt to project anything through the mind. Step back to everything else, everything and beyond everything. Everything is from cutting, even the cutting itself. Go ahead, brighten out. Don't allow this universal vessel to be someone or something. And that means you need to assume the opening at all times as possible. Don't stress yourself. Open up beyond opening. Through the infinite power of the great compassion, it will clear all the minds automatically. All the emotions and feelings that seem to be heavy will be also unwound and faded. They will be swallowed by the infinite force. That's all. That's why all those thoughts, emotions, and feelings can be dissolved. The infinite force of nothingness, of the great compassion, will cleanse all and everything instantly and powerfully as well. So continue to open up. Continue with the opening, beyond opening. Everything is from know, that is not even know itself. Know to know itself. Scatter this infinite force in all directions. Don't try to be clear or unclear with anything. There is no need to focus on anything particularly. Full power. Shine through all and everything, bypass everything, no matter what. It will bypassing anyway by itself. Whether it is materials or intangible things will be bypassed automatically. The infinite force will just like rain, like shower, falling on everything, and everything will be unwound and released, opening all the same. Opening beyond opening all the same. Through the infinite force of not attached even to the non-attachment itself. Let's open beyond opening at all times.